ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ समस्तब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. Please bring your mind to stillness. Remember these great yoga acharyas. Let us do the japa to pray to them, invoking their grace for our successful, fruitful study of this yoga darshanam. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Kapilamaharshaya Namaha. ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः. 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 ॐ श्री पतंजलि महर्षये 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 नमः. ॐ श्री व्यास 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 महर्षये नमो नमः. Three times. First two sutras. Let us chant. Om Atha Shri Hiranyagarbha Adi Patanjali Maharshi Pranita Yoga Darshana Shastram Pratamah Padaha Samadhi Padaha Pratamam Dvitiyam Sutram. Om Atha Yoganushasanam. Om Atha Yoganushasanam. Om Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha. Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha. Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha. These two sutras of Prathama Samadhi Pada we are trying to analyze and understand. Let us start today's introduction, continuing from yesterday where we stopped. First of all, what is this chitta? What is the common thing for becoming easier and familiar to understand? Like we have five jnanendriyas outside, perceiving five objects. So to five karmendriyas we have to respond. In the same way, inside also we have one and only one instrument. That one and only one instrument technically in the Shastriya Bhasha is called as just like the Bahya Jnana Karana So to Bahya Karma Indriyar Karana, it is called as Antaha Karanam. So what do we have inside is Antaha Karanam. That Antaha Karanam alone is called as Chitta. First point. It is an inner instrument. One only it is. Okay. But functionally, because of its four different functions, it is called in four names. Like one man only, when he's troubling the wife, he's called husband. When he's troubling the children, he's called as father. When he's troubling the father, he's called as son. When he's troubling his sister, his brother. When he's troubling the traffic, he's a driver. He does only troubling. One only, but functional differences, name is different. So to one antakarana only, called as chittam, has because of functional differences four modes. So when it is in this functional mode, it is called as this. In this functional mode, this. So the names are given because of the functional differences to the one instrument only, called as chitta or antakarana. So how many antakaranas are there? One only. But how many ways one antakarana functions? Four. Therefore, to one antakarana, how many are the differences or the compartment? They are four. Therefore, antakarana, the mind stuff, the chitta stuff, the subtle matter, all these are pariyaya padas. They are synonymous, all of them. So that when it is in the doubting, doing sankalpa mode, it is called as mana. Sankalpa, vikalpa, samshayatmaka sthiti of the antakarana is called as mind. Be clear about it. Do your contemplation, you will get it clearly. So too, when a nischaya is taken to do something or not to do whatever, that nischayatmika sthiti of the mana or the chitta or the mind stuff or antakarana is called technically as buddhi. Nischayatmika buddhi. Then, when the knowledge gained or experiences gained, where are they going? Very interesting, no? They are all stored. At where they are stored? That storage thing. Like you have the laddu or sweets you brought. So you store them in the bottle or fridge. कहीं ना कहीं रखते हो. But how many hundreds and thousands of knowledges we are gaining, experiences we are having, the impressions of all of them, very vichitra, no? It's all just like our own nowadays technical computer. That small chip हो इतना ही होता है वो, and it is said इसके कितना है 128 GB, 128 gigabytes, and it is laughable only to see that तो क्या बोल रहा है gigabyte, and then really when you insert it in that computer chip receiver जो भी कहते हो, when you click it and see 122 GB of data is there in that. देर में भी सिनेमा, देर में भी गाना, क्या क्या नहीं है. अरे उतने छोटे में उतने सारे कैसे लगाए गए. What is that technology, you know? Is it not a wonderment? But this is not new. Bhagavan already gave the chitta to us, in which there is one part in which all the jnana and anubhava are stored as impressions. That is called as the third aspect of the antakaranam, called as chitta. Chitta is the storehouse of memories of all experiences and knowledges. Fourth one, the one who is owning all these three. My mind, my buddhi, my chitta, that also is a part of antakarana's functioning only. At that time, he is called as aham, ahankara. Therefore, mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara are one antakarana only, functionally, when it is differently expressing, named differently. And that's why remember, in our study of Darshanam, Yoga Darshanam, even other Shastra, sometimes the word mana is used for Antakarana, Chitta used for Antakarana used for Antakarana, Buddhi used for Antakarana. You have to be very careful while listening. Key when that word is used, what for it is used. So this is the first thing, first clarity we got. Second clarity is what? What exactly is this Antakarana or Chitta? Point is, it is Jnana Swarupam. Basically, the Chitta is Jnana Swarupa. But then, which type of Jnanam? Again, is varied continuously in this Chitta because of the presence and influence of the three gunas. Therefore, chitta influenced by three gunas is expressing in different modes. And aham, which is again a part of the chitta, identifying with those different gunas and the modes of prakriti or the thought modification, it is feeling the sense of bondage. That sense of bondage, that aham, who is that aham now? Me only, have to come out of. And how do I do that? When the chitta vrutthis along with chitta, when they are totally detached from, then I am relaxed in my experience of liberation. But I cannot detach from the chitta unless I detach from the vrittis. And in the also, I cannot detach from the sattvika vritti unless I detach from rajasic. Unless I detach from rajasic, tamasic, I can't detach from rajasic. Therefore, we have to first of all understand and accept presence of the chitta. Second, we have to understand and accept the influence of the gunas on the chitta. Third, we have to understand and accept that because of the influence of the guna, chitta is behaving in so many ways. And after that, we have to understand that these way of the vrittis of the chitta influenced by the three gunas are destructive or detrimental or cause of bondage, etc. Then slowly, after getting convinced about it, that we start removing them. Whole yoga sadhana darshanam is only this much. I am the pure self. My pure self only is expressing as the chitta through the maya. And that maya's trigunas are influencing the chitta, because of which in chitta variety of thought modifications are happening. In them, one sort of thought modifications help us in retrieving back or retracing back to my own pristine essential glory or nature. The other two modifications of the chitta are going to take me away from myself into the bondage of samsara. Therefore, see these two, three sutras. Atha yoga anushasanam. Yoga anushasanam is yoga shastram. Atha now. So I am teaching you yoga shastra. And what is that you are teaching yoga shastra? Yoga ha chitta vritti nirodha. See? Yoga chitta vritti. Chittasya vritti chitta vritti. Nirodha means totally bringing them into your control in such a way that you can drop them and get into the self, or you can come at that level and use them for the purpose for which you have to use them. This is called a vyutthana sthiti. So, chitta nirodha ke karan kya hoga? You can enter into atma anubhuti at your own choice, and you can come at the upadhi level to use the upadhi for the work, not used by the upadhi, just like we are now in the situation. Now, our antakarana, body, every one of them are using us because we are slaves to them. But through the yoga abhyasa taught by the yoga darshana, we come to that mastery on the yoga, on the chitta vrittis, through the niruddha sthiti, that at any given time you are using the chitta and bringing any vrittis required to accomplish any of the work to be done outside. So a nirodha chitta vyakti, when he has to scold somebody, from that chitta he invokes the krodha vrittis and he scolds and drops them. Now what is our situation? Without our control, anytime for any reason the krodha is coming. And when you have to become krodhi towards your children whom you have to scold because they are doing wrong, that time krodha will never come because you are attached to him so much. But for a yogi of the Chittavrti Nirodha, when he has to sleep, he will just invoke the tamasic vritti and sleeps. When he has to scold or to active work, dynamic work he'll have to do, he will invoke the rajasic vritti. And when he has to accomplish the work of knowledge, work of guidance, he will invoke from his chitta the sattvic vrittis. When he doesn't do all these three, he can just detach from these three vrittis as well as the antakarana or the chitta, he can establish in Aham Brahmas. This is the meaning of Vritti Nirodha. See, Vrittis are always required. Chitta is always required. In the beginning for the sadhana, after the siddhi is achieved, again to do the vyavahara. Therefore, you can't destroy it. But Vritti Nirodha means what? we are having the mastery over the Vrutthis. Slavery is not there. The slavery came because of asanas, slavery came because of the habits, slavery came because we have never understood them, we have never tried to master them, we have never understood that slavery to the vritti is the cause of all samsara, we have never understood that we have to master the vritti for moksha. Itne karanu ke karan we are slave. In Yoga Darshanam, each of these things are sorted out and explained systematically. It's a beautiful thing. So this is the second aspect we have to study and understand. So antakaranam is the common thing, functionally different, therefore is called manobuddhi chitta ahankara. Second is basically it is jnana pradhana, but because it is came from the Maya, Maya is three gunas, therefore because of three guna, chitta goes on getting into modified with the vrittis. In that, the two type of vritti because of two gunas are bondage. One gunas, one vritti a type because of one guna called sattva is cause of liberation. Therefore, first do the nirodha or elimination of the tamorasic vritti. Then use the sattvika vritti for comprehending the self. When the self knowledge theoretically is pakka, then even drop the sattvika vritti, enter into vritti rahita atmanubhuti. That vritti rahita atmanubhuti is called as asampragnata yoga, kaivalya prapti, etc. Before that stage, when you are very clear in theoretical understanding about this is the self and this is the prakriti, that is called as viveka khyati, etc. Dharma mega samadhi, etc. All those words and their meanings we are going to study. Second. Now the third thing. Which guna predominant in the chitta, which vrittis come and how we behave. Destructive for ourselves and constructive for us. A little bit we have to study. This is what the entire theme also throughout the Yoga Darshanam. And that's what, when we become Yoga Darshana students, close the eyes, immediately become aware of the chitta stuff and know in which mood it is there, understand which is a guna, creating that way, and then how, what effort is to be done to remove that particular vritti mode, thus come out of that particular guna's influence. Like I am closing my eyes, I am just seeing my chitta. It is dull-witted, lazy, sleepy. Am I too tired, exhausted? Okay, go and sleep. No, no, this laziness is out of habit, it is detrimental. I have an important work to do. If I sleep, I can't do it. Therefore, how to get rid of it? Tamoguna vritti. See, all the time becoming aware of the chitta and its vrittis, and what are destructive they are niruddha, and what is constructive they are used, and their work is accomplished. Outside, I am telling, even in your work and business. Same in the spirituality, become aware of chitta, it mode, and get it freed from the rajo tamo vrittis, come into sattva, use that sattva guna of the chitta only for comprehending the pure conscious real self. Yesterday we were discussing this topic. We were taking Maniprabha is the name of the commentary. Commentators give name to their commentaries. So Ramananda Yati is a great, great Mahayogi who, with his own experience and also on the basis of Sri Bhagavan Vyasa's Bhashya, gave his Maniprabha Vyakhya. And every almost Vyakhya of any of these Yogacharyas, little bit words different are there, but the thing is same. All of them follow Vyasa Bhashya only. There is no doubt at all regarding it. So we saw yesterday, I'll just take only 3-4 steps only ahead today also. Nanu ekasya chittasya, for one chitta, kshiptadi aneka bhumaya kutaha. Kshipta, Muda, Vikshipta, Ekagra, Niruddha, so many bhumikas when the chitta is growing through, chitta being one. How come these many modifications are happening? This is a question raised by Nanu Purapakshi. We saw half of the answer yesterday, the Siddhanti telling us. Ki chittasya trigunatmakatvat iti brumaha. So to the direct question, the direct answer is said. If chitta has got the trigunatmakata, because of the three gunas, the chitta has the 5 bhumikas. So gunas are 3, bhumikas are 5. So just like in our Vedanta also, 3 gunas give the 3 avasthas and 3 gunas only give the 5 koshas. This is how here also. See, three gunas are giving five bhumikas of the chitta. Then, see, each one, chittam hi, our own stuff, thought stuff, mind stuff, antakarana, listen carefully, jnana sukhade shilatvat. Whenever it is in the characteristics of character of jnana and sukha, chitta is alertly gaining all jnanams and also is at relatively peace and sukha sthiti. That is called at that time the sattva guna is predominant in the chitta, which is very rare in our case. Second one is what? Ki pravrutti gunadi matvat. Lot of interest to do pravrutta, backed by some or the other strong sankalpas are there. In that mode, the chitta is in rajoguna pradhana. Like so far, when you are in class regularly listening, you are in jnana and sukha pradhana chitta guna, chitta vritti of sattva guna. But right now, you have some other work to do, some place to go. Immediately, the chitta, under the influence of rajoguna, it becomes a pravritti or karma or kriya pradhana. So, pravritta gunadhi matvat, that is called as the rajoguna influencing that chitta at that time. Guna is not seen. Guna's influences are seen in the chitta vrittis in this form. So when the vrittis are in jnana mode and sukha mode, sattva guna. When the vrittis are pravritti mode, the rajoguna. Then alasya dainyamattvacha, when the laziness, lethargy, indolence, as well as deenata, कृपणता, when these feelings are there in chitta, याद रखना तमोगुण उसके ऊपर influenced है, हावी है. In this way, sattva rajas tamo gunakam bhavati. So chitta, sattva guna, jnana and sukha. Rajo guna, pravritti, tamo guna, alasya as well as the dainyata, dukkha, klesha, all that. They are all in the tamo guna influenced time. Now, tatra, we are starting to explain. In that chitta, tatra, kim, sattva at kinchit une. Sattvat kinchit une means what? Little beginning of sattva guna is coming. Not that shuddha sattva has come. थोड़ा थोड़ा सत्व गुण है एंड सत्व गुण थोड़ा है और सत्वाद किंचित उने लिटिल लेसर देन रजस तमसी मिथः. रजा एंड तमा आर लिटिल मोर. जीरो सत्व नहीं है, सत्व है लेकिन ऊन है, मतलब कम है. किनसे? रजस तमस से. एंड और रजस तमस आर दे आर इन फुल स्विंग. This one mode of the chitta, if it is in this way, what are the vrittis that are expressed? Influenced by those vrittis, our actions or performances are there. So when the chitta is in the good mood of rajas and tamas, and little of sattva is there behind, what is the way that chittavala behaves? You and me only. Answer is given here. Ki tatra sattvat kinchidune. When the sattva guna is very less so, then rajas tamasi mithaha and same. When the rajo tamo guna together are in good predominant condition, then yada bhavataha. When this situation is there, tada at that time, now listen, thoda sa sattva hai ki nahi? Hai. Because of sattva, sattvat tad dhyanavimukhyam bhutva. He gets the desire to do the dhyanam because thoda sattva guna hai and really sits for sattva guna. But is that he sits for dhyanam? Is that sattva guna is fully strongly there, freed from and rajas and tamas? नहीं. थोड़ा ही सत्व गुण था. कितना? उतना जिससे हम ध्यान में बैठ सकते. But the moment सत्व गुण का as if मानो खर्च हो गया by taking us to the meditational seat. सत्वगुण तो हो गया, बैठ गए. Now the other two fellows, the rajas tamas who are mitha together, pradhana or in predominant form in that chitta. उस समय क्या होता है कि he says कि तदा सत्वात् तद्ध्यानाभिमुखः भूत्वा but tamasa तत्पिधाने. Immediately tamas comes and overpowers that dhyana sankalpa. कभी कभी ध्यान के लिए बैठकर हम भूल ही जाते हैं कि हम ध्यान में बैठे हैं. हाउ? the tamoguna influenced and covered our sankalpa of the dhyana, because the tamoguna vritti is more powerful and stronger than the sattva, because sattva is una, less. So tamasa tatpidhane sati, then immediately rajas fellow comes. Rajasa aishwarye kamayamanaha vishayapriyaha bhavati. Then when the rajoguna comes, instead of doing meditation to know the self, his attention is shifted to, because of rajoguna, the aishwarya. At that mode, means on the Sita meditation also, when he is in the Utthana also, when that way the Sattva guna of the Dhyana and Paramatma is covered by the Tama guna, Rajoguna comes into function when the Rajas Tamas are predominant. One of the condition it is. At that time, Aishwarya pe Preeti hota hai. What a Preeta Vishwartata means, as an individual, you want to do this, do that, achieve this, achieve that, get name and fame, become famous, get awards, and show off his greatness, do the publicity, and I must be very well recognized in the world, and for that, this I have to do, that I have to do. All these things are called as Ishwaratva. When the Rajoguna is there, that person, Jiva, instead of dissolving his Jiva and wanting to know the self, as a Jiva only, you want to achieve these things through various possible activities. So, if you and I are in our life on the seat of meditation, Gul gathering, or in Utthana Sthiti, or in the mode of doing something to achieve something, to become something, that means what? Our chitta vritti of sattva guna is predominantly covered by the tamo guna. Then the rajoguna is becoming activated. Then we are in the rajoguna mode. Same thing in Vedanta, I said Atma Vastu is avruta by the Avarana Shakti. Thereafter, the Vikshepa Shakti projects the Anatma. Then, after the projection of Anatma, then that Anatma alone is again, because of the Maya, made to be Aropita in the Atma Vastu. So, Avarana, Vikshepa, Aropa. So, when the Avarana Bhanga happens, Vikshepa goes away, nothing for the Aropana, the self is revealed. That is how in Vedanta. So here, so many things will be told. Out of them, first thing is said, Sattva kam hai, Rajas tapas jada hai, predominant. Because of Sattva, the thoughts for meditation come. But immediately the Tamoguna comes and covers this thought. Rajoguna become predominant. What meditation? Let us go there, do that, this, that, and let us do some work and become famous or get money. Ityadi, the Sattva thought is covered. When a person's natural mode of the chitta is in this way, सत्व का ऊर्णता है, रजोतम प्रधान में है. सो एट द टाइम क्या होता है, सत्वात तत्र सत्वात् किंचिदूने रजसमसि मितः समे यदा भवतः तदा सत्वात् तद्ध्यानाभिमुख भूत्वा तमसा तत्पिधाने सति रजसा ऐश्वर्यं कामयमानः. He will do the desiring for the Aishwaryam, but tamas also is working. And what the tamas does it? Vishaya priyam bhavati. It becomes Vishaya priya. This chitta, which is having little sattva guna, never wanting to do meditation, when it is trying for it, but the strong tamas also is there, therefore the thought of meditation is overpowered, then the strong rajoguna comes, then it creates or projects the desires for the Aishwarya. At the same time, the tamaguna also starts helping for the sukha or the Vishaya sukha. When this is happening, what is happening to chitta? Instead of dhyana, going for Aishwarya, going for what do you call? The sukha, Vishayas. And again the sattva little comes, again it tries to meditate, again the tamas comes and covers, rajas comes and takes it for Aishwarya. In this way, ध्यान में बैठने का कोशिश हो रहा है, फिर उधर से माइंड उधर जा रहा है, इधर जा रहा है, फिर से कोशिश उधर इधर. This nature the one who has got, you and I are all of us in this mood only. That is called as vikshiptata. So this chitta is called vikshipta chitta. In vikshipta chitta, therefore sattva is there, therefore you are trying for spirituality, but it's overpowered by rajas, tamas, therefore continuously you are pulled into, because of rajas, into the Aishwarya Prapti because of tamas into Vishaya Prapti. Vishaya Prapti means consuming the objects and indulging in them. Bhoga and Sukha. Bhoga Pravritti, Sukha Pravritti is because of Tamoguna. And Karma Karo, famous Karo, that's called as Rajoguna Lakshanas. Sattva is what? Do dhyana and know the self. This is one situation. Okay. Now, second condition. What is that? Yada tu, when tamaha pradhanam chittam. When the chitta is maximum tamaha pradhanam, that time it's called as moodham. That time it is moodha chitta. So, kshipta, moodha, vikshiptame, in this sequence, Ramanandayati first explained was the vikshipta chitta. Now he is talking about the kship moodha chitta, where tamapradhane chittam moodham. Yada tu tamapradhanam, that time tada chittam moodham. Now, when the chitta is in moodhata, because of tamoguna pradhanata, how the vritthis are there in that chitta because of tamoguna pradhanata of the moodhata? He says, so tada, these are the few non-positive modes of thought happen in him when he is tamapradhana moodasthiti, mohasthiti. Okay. Now, chitta laya is nidra avastha. We are not talking about the nidra avastha only. Chitta, mooda chitta means. It also, moodata means it has got these non-positive thoughts. What are they? See, for them, tada ashreyaha, adharma, ajnana, avairagya, anaishwaryam upagacchati. When these 5 types of thoughts are there in us, that means what? We are in the Moodha Chitta Bhumika. At that time, our tamas is pradhana. So when the Sattva is pradhana, Jnana marg mein jata hai mano, Chittavritti. Rajoguna pradhana, Kriya marg mein jata hai. When the Tamoguna pradhana, either it goes to sleep or goes to the bhoga or it goes to all the negative non-positive thoughts which disturb our spiritual evolution. That means what? When these type of thoughts are there in our mana, understand that we are in the Moodha Bhumika of the Chitta, where the Tamoguna Pradhanyata is there. See how great our Yoga Darshana's guidance to make us understand the most important thing called a Chitta, without which even one moment we don't live. Throughout life we live with that only, but never understood that. अपने मन के साथ ही हम जिंदगी भर जीते हैं, कभी समझा नहीं उसको, उसको परखा ही नहीं, जाना नहीं, कहाँ गड़बड़ हो रहा है उसमें, like that. Like all the life of 25 years, you are with your own children, but not very clearly understood what good positive qualities are there in them, what negative are there, how he is making his life or breaking his life. ध्यान देते ही नहीं हम. Children are around you only. In the same way, throughout life, not even one moment we can live without Chitta, but we have never analyzed our Chitta and understood its various moods or modes in which what is destructive, what is constructive, how to eliminate destructive, how to help to make them constructive. In Karma Yoga, in Bhakti Yoga, Aparoksha Rupena, same thing is told and achieved. In Jnana Yoga, by making us attend only to the pure self, it is made to be transcended. But in yoga sadhana or yoga darshanam, praroksha nahi, pratyaksha roop se, the chitta is taken into confidence for study, for analysis, for clear understanding. What is done in bhakti yoga, karma yoga, also to influence our own chitta to become purified from impure. Anytime impure means rajas tamas, pure means sattvic. In the Jnana Marga, just by becoming Sakshi, you are entering into the Atma Chaitanya, which is ultimate truth. From that standpoint, Chitta is never ever there. तो ज्ञान मार्गी कहता है चित्त का वृत्ति निरोध बाद में करेंगे, पहले आत्मा को पकड़ो. The moment you catch the Atma, there is no Chitta, there is nothing other than Atma. Therefore, this problem is solved without solving. Problem is dissolved for a Jnani. But everybody cannot do that. People are predominant at the Chitta level, and Chitta also is so powerfully negative that he is not even available for the Jnana of the Vedanta. For such a person, the Yoga Marga, complemented with Vedanta. So he'll study where he is going wrong, what is his chitta, why these negative thoughts, what are the root of that. Can I eliminate those negative? Can I bring the positive? No, this is struggle of him. But this struggle of chitta without the Vedanta is mental only again. Vedanta's goal that Aham Brahmasmi must always be kept as ultimate goal. Same thing in the yoga called as Chitta Vritti, Tadadashtu Sarupa Avasthanam or Kaivalyam Ityadi. But whole Yoga Shastra is focusing only on Chitta, Kaivalya ही लक्ष्य को बनाकर. Vedanta talks only Brahma Tattva. For the Upadhi, it will only tell Vivek Vairagya Samadhamadi करके आओ एक हफ्ते में एक साल में. Enough, I will give you Tattvamasi, you contemplate and know your own self to be Brahma beyond all Dvaita or differentiations. Clear? So, when the Tamo Guna Pradhanata is there, we are in Muda Bhumika of Chitta. At that Muda Bhumika of the Chitta, Chitta is will be either in sleeping mode or we are in the Vishaya Bhoga mode, or these are the negative thoughts. Each of them are important. Tomorrow we will study them. What is the meaning of कि तदा अश्रेय अधर्म अज्ञान अवैराग्य अनैश्वर्य. These are the 5 modes of the Vrutthis when they are there in us. Understand that our chitta is predominantly overpowered by Tamoguna. That chitta is called a Moda chitta. Chitta attacked by Tamoguna is Moda chitta. In that Moda chitta, these are the Vrutthis that come. They are all destructive. Then he will take about when the Rajoguna Pradhanata is there, how he behaves. Then Sattva with Rajas Tamas, how it is. Pure Sattva Guna hai, so how one becomes qualified for the Sampragnata, Yoga and Samadhi. That's how this particular portion of commentary and explanation on the second sutra called as Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha becomes a strong base for us for our further study of the Yoga Sutras, how to do the Nirodha, the Chitta when it is explained. That is why the importance to this topic and value to this. Therefore, we are slowly, steadily trying to listen, trying to analyze, trying to understand. So, tomorrow, having spoken all these things, then we'll take up the third sutra where why the Chitta Vritti Nirodha is to be done, or when the Vritti Nirodha is done, the one who is doing the Nirodha, unka kya hal hota hai? What will happen to him? Where he enters into. That's how the question will be raised by the Bhashyakara only, and to that the Sutra gave the answer. Through that answer, this is the commentary. The simple it is. Tada. Tada means yada chittanam sarvaisham vritti nirodha bhavati. Tada. Drashtuhu of the seeker. Swarupe in his own essential nature. Avasthanam establishment. This is called as moksha. Yoga Sutras, na, first 4 only, everything. Never ever forget the first 4 sutras of your Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Brahma Sutra, Narada Bhakti Sutra, because पहले चारों में सब बताते हैं. Here also, अथ योगानुशासनम योगा चित्त वृत्ति निरोधः तदा दष्टु स्वरूप अवस्थानम वृत्ति सारूप्य मित्रत्र. There also, अथातो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा जन्माद्यस्य यतः समन्वयात् शास्त्रयोनित्वात् तत्तु समन्वयात्. Even bhakti also, tathato bhaktim vyakhyasyaamaha satvasmin parama prema rupa amrita swarupacha yan labdha bhavan siddho bhavati trupto bhavati amrito bhavati yat prapya na kinchid vanchati na shochati na dveshti navati na doshmotsahi bhavati yat jnatva matto bhavati stabdo bhavati atma ramo bhavati. In the sutras, first 4 only, they tell us what they are going to tell, so that we become familiar with the topic with which we are going to discuss. Like you take the children for exhibition, they have to be prepared. Is it a science exhibition? Is it an astro exhibition? Or is it a geological exhibition? Biological exhibition? पहले तैयार करो तो बच्चे दिमाग तैयार करके वहां जाते. Or it is an antique pieces exhibition? Exhibitions तो हर तरह के होते हैं ना. So here also yoga अथ योगानुशासनम direct. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha, no ambiguity. Tada darshu swarupe avasthanam, no doubt at all. Vritti sarupe mitaratra, very clear. But we have to go deep in analysis to thoroughly understand without doubt. That is why the bhashya, that is why the discussion. Tomorrow will continue. Sarvam samasta yogacharyanam saranavirindarpanamastu. That's it. Brahmarpanamastu. Om Namo